Welcome back to my training session Learn with me. Today we are going to continue the cloud platform integration topic. In that we are going to see an important component called message mapping. Okay, what is message mapping? You can see in the program, you can see in the picture called there is a source schema and there is a target schema. Just we are introducing a new term called a schema. Is nothing but a message. You will be sending a JSON message or a XML message. Internally that is taken as a schema of data. The same way, a schema of data that which the target system can understand. Now the challenge is how CPI support us to translate the source schema to a target schema, so that the data coming from the external system is translated or transformed into a target schema, so that the receiving system can understand it. That is the role that the message mapping is going to do it. Okay, now we can see that in the picture there is a source schema. In the schema have some data structure. The target schema, target system is having a one schema that also having a same structure. Just for understanding purpose, I created the same schema, but it is not necessary that the target may be same or may not be same. It may contain more than these fields, the incoming fields. For example, it has 5 fields. The target may have 5 or 2 or 10, whatever the case may be. So the message mapping helps us to translate or transform the incoming data to a target system. Okay, now what are the prerequisites before starting the message mapping? Okay, the message mapping works based on a schema. Okay, so the input message should be in the XML format, so that if your input is a JSON, then you convert the JSON to a XML by the XML converter. Second thing, the XML data should be converted to XST file, that is schema definition file. Both the input and output, both the input XML structure and the receiving XML structure should be converted to a schema definition XST file and keep it ready, because CPI will understand the structure based on the schema definitions. Okay, once it is there, then we will be in the iFlow resources, we will upload these XST files, then we will start the message mapping. Okay, we will see how it works in the actual iFlow now. Okay, now I will go to the iFlow and I will start creating the message mapping and show you how the data is transferred. Okay, okay, now I am inside the CPI. I am inside the package trial 2. What I will do is, let me add the new iFlow. Okay, I choose add a new integration flow. I will say demo MSG map. Okay, so I'm going to use the same name here, demo MSG map. Demo MSG map. I will add it. It is not opening. Okay, now it is opening. Before going to this, I will explain what is my use case. Okay, this is my input structure. I will start with XML directly. Actually, it is a JSON file. I converted to XML and keep it as ready. So this is my input structure, which contains the same concept. I have a tickets. There are 5 tickets in the coming from the supporting system. Okay, so the ticket structure is like this. It has a ID, it has a field called article, it has a field called priority, and it has a type. Only 4. Okay, now but if you see in a target system, the structure is different, but the concept is same, but the structure is different. So when you see this, both the structure, tickets to incidents. Now our requirement is that I have to map this incoming message structure to the output structure. Effectively, this ID should go to ticket number, this article should go to the problem description, priority as it is go here, type as it is go here. Apart from that, I have 3 more fields called SLA, date and serial number, which will be internally populated inside the iFlow. So that message mapping allows us to do that. So now we will see how to do this translation from tickets to incidents. Okay, that is our use case. Now let me go to the iFlow. So in the pre-request, I already told you my input should be a JSON, so input should be XML, and I should have the XST file ready for both the things. Okay, what I did is I already created an XST file for input and output. The same XML file using the online XML to XST converter. I store it as a XST file and keep it ready, because these 2 files I have to upload it into the iFlow before I start the message mapping. Okay, let me go to iFlow now. Now I will go here, I will start editing it. There are 2 ways to do the upload. One way is in the iFlow you have a section called references. In that references I can add it directly. Okay, so what I will do is I will go to add schema XST file, then it will ask the from where, so I will choose it from the browser. Input XST, open, and I will add it. Okay, input XST is done. Then I'll add another XST file, schema XST, browse, output XST. Okay, now both the things are ready. Now let me save the iFlow. Now we are ready with the starting of the message mapping. So as usual, I am not going to start with the XML converter everything. Let me first check whether the message mapping is working fine or not, then I will add the other things. So directly I will start creating a message mapping. I will do message so it will under the mapping section, message mapping. It is done. Okay, now I will save it again. Now it shows error because we did not mention the assignment. Okay, so it is a static assignment. I will go here, create message mapping. So I will say create. So I will give the message mapping name. Don't get confused with the two blocks. This is, I will say mm1 create. This is simply a process block. Okay, again it is asking this actual mapping file. So it creates mm1. Okay, now here actual mapping is done. So here you have to add the source message. When you add the source message, either you can directly add here also, or since we already uploaded these things in the reference section, so these files are available as a resource to you. So I will select this input. I will say OK. Okay, same way I will use the target. I will go to target. I will use the output. I will say OK. Okay. Now it is showing red because we are not done the mapping. Okay, I will expand it. So you will get the actual these files, right? These things will be visible here. Same way I will expand it. So now the question is how to do this. So root to root, this tickets to incidents, and ID to ticket ID. I will say article to problem description, and priority to priority, and I will say type to type. You can do anything. You can direct the ticket to a type, article to ticket number, like that, whatever the case. Now these two things are pending. Now it shows red, but we don't have anything to assignment here. What I will do is I will click it here. I will click it here. It will ask me add a variable or add a constant. So for just for simplicity purpose, I will add a constant. So you will see like this constant. I will put a value called 3 days. Okay. So this will be SLA is okay now. Then I will go to date. I will do the constant. So you can see here, instead what I will do is I came here as a constant, but I will remove it here. I will remove it. From these standard functions I am going to use the date. Okay, current date. I will choose the current date. Then this current date is linked to here. You can change the format. Right now it is in the YYMMDD format. I will keep it as it is. That's all. Now date is also okay. Now serial number. Serial number is just a sequence number I want. Again I will go there as a constant only. Then I will remove it. Here there is one called some counter is there. Let me see that. Fixed value mapping is not there. I will say arithmetic. Yeah, in arithmetic there is one called counter. That I will use it here. So this counter I will start from initial value 1, increment by 1. Okay, so this I will connect it here. Okay, now things are okay now. So the mapping is fully done. So all are blue. Okay, so the route to route is assigned, ticket to incidents, ID is assigned to ticket number, article go to the problem description, priority go to priority, type to type. That's all. The remaining portion I manipulated here inside the iFlow using some functions. So in all of these functions we will do in a separate exercise how to handle these functions. Okay, now I simply assigned a constant value to the SLA. I simply assigned a current date to the date field and simply assigned. So using this fx I can go here. Okay, if you click it here, it will go here. It will go here. Okay, now we are almost done. Here itself I can simulate it. Okay, how to simulate? I will whether the mapping is perfect or not. I will simulate. I will do simulate. The simulate, it is asking me the file. It should be a XML file. So what I will do, I as usual go from there. This is the input XML I stored in that field. This is done. Upload is completed. Now I will test it. So output will automatically be created because we made the mapping. So I will test it. What happened? Okay. I will see what is the error. Let me check and come back again. Okay, no problem. Actually what happened is the XML file which I uploaded for testing was not proper, so that is why it was giving error. So I will recap it. So the route to route I assigned, ticket to ticket I assigned, ID go to ticket number, article go to problem, priority go to priority, type go to type. Now what I did is for SLA I make it as constant, which is a 3 days. Okay, then I will go to date I assign to a current date, assign to a current date. Okay, then serial number I just assigned a counter. If you see it from here in the arithmetic section, you have a counter option. This counter initial value is 1, increment by 1, then I connected to this one. Okay, that's all. Now what I will do is I will go to already I browse and put the input.xml. When I browse it, it will ask you. So I recreated the income file, I imported it, and I already uploaded it. So it will come here. Then I will do simulate. Oh, okay. Now it is asking me browse. Tested. Message mapping is completed. Okay, so you see that 101 goes to ticket number, article goes to problem, priority goes to 2, type goes to this one, and additionally these 3 fields are populated with the 3 values. Today's date is populated, serial number 1. Then second incident, serial number 2, other things are same. Like this, the message mapping will be completed now. Okay, now we are in the message mapping section. This is okay. I will make it okay now. So now we are back in the iFlow. This is the ending point. This is the message mapping. Okay, message mapping, we saw that. Go to the message mapping. If you go here, if you click it, then message mapping section will be open. In the mapping section, you can assign, you can transform the data, you calculate the data, whatever the things we can do it. For that, we will have a separate section of each arithmetic section, constant, variables, everything. We'll see it separately. Right now we simply assigned it. Once that is done, we'll test it and we confirm that message mapping works fine and we are ready now. Now we can simulate it now. What I will do is I will do the simulation here. Start simulation and end simulation. So I will start my things with here. What I will do is I will pass my XML file here. I will pass my XML file here. Okay. Let me simulate it. Simulation successfully completed. Now in the beginning, as usual, you see that XML is the input, and if you see the output will be in the recipient format. Okay, let me open this thing in a browser. I will go to XML viewer. Now see the output. Now I will open my input file here. This was my input. So ticket, this ticket is coming here. Okay, say the ticket to ticket. ID will come to a ticket number, problem description, article will come to problem description, priority and type as it is. SLA we calculated, date also we calculated in the sense we assigned a computation. And the serial number is we put it as a counter, so it goes to 2, serial number 3, serial number 4, serial number 5. Okay, that's all. This is what the message mapping. So now you can understand that the sender message, we translate that in the recipient format and push it to the receiving system. So this message mapping works in this way. So as a message mapping itself, we can have a multiple exercise, how to compute, how to add variables, how to make decision making, those things are there, that we will see in a separate exercise. Okay, hope this message mapping is now clear to you. In the further sessions I will go more detail about the message mapping. Okay, thank you for watching.